got big issues. Took the Porsche out for a test drive today for the first time, and it makes too much boost. It's insane. I think the wastegate is way too small. It builds boosts from like 2,000 RPM. I'm already getting like 5 pounds of boost as soon as I hit the throttle. I couldn't even go over half throttle without approaching, 7 or 8 or 9 pounds of boost. So I think it's a good problem to have, but I'm probably going to have to port out the internal wastegate on the turbo, the T3, T4 turbo. And hopefully that's enough to keep the boost to about 5 psi, which is what I plan to run to keep it safe. So I'm going to go ahead, pull the turbo off the car, and port out the wastegate. I got the turbo off the car, separated the wastegate actuator part from the turbo, and I put a little bit of silicone gasket maker on the actuator so it would mark up exactly where it sits on the turbo housing. So now my plan is to bore out this opening. It's pretty tiny right now. I'm actually surprised how small that is. So I think that's actually why I'm getting such an overboost with this turbo setup. Alright, I got the port job done. You can see how much bigger it is now. I started out using a step-up bit. It's a cobalt step-up bit. I got the diameter I wanted first, and then I came along with a carbide crosscut bit and ported it so the exhaust flows better. And then I cleaned it up with just a sanding disc and a Dremel tool.
Okay, now I'm going to take a run to test out the port job. Okay, on this run, I decided to leave the wastegate completely open. Now the boost seems to be behaving much better, but the fuel ratio is way off. It's close to stoic, which is not good. It's running way too lean. Next video I'll address the air to fuel ratio. I think I'm going to try to get a new mass airflow sensor, since it seems to be running fine at idle and at part throttle. But I think at higher load the mass airflow sensor might be reading incorrectly. And I was running a little bit lean before I upgraded it and did anything to the car before I put the turbo on. So I'm going to start with that and see if that fixes anything. I already put injectors on one side of the engine to see if that would help, and both sides are running lean, so I think the next best guess is the mass airflow sensor. Thanks for watching.